Hey there, FIFA fans! Welcome to Total FIFA Career Mode. This is the channel that tracks everything in the game because the game doesn't do it for us. You can follow us at TotalFifaCareerMode.com or TotalFifaCM on Twitter or on Instagram at TotalFifaCareerMode. We're going to be posting lots of content both here and on all of our channels and on our website, constantly updating on this career. Also, don't forget to hit subscribe down below. We're going to try and do weekly updates for the progress throughout the length of this career. Alright, let's get down to business. This career is going to be a road to glory career with Bradford City. This is a former Premier League squad. They spent 2 years there in the late 90s and early 2000s, and they've fallen on hard times, recently getting demoted to League 2. Our goal is to bring them back to glory. Now, in an attempt to make this somewhat realistic, or at least FIFA realistic, we've got a pretty strict set of rules here. First and foremost, we're playing everything out. No simulations, playing every game, every training session, everything. FIFA's career simulation engine is not its strength, its gameplay is, so we're going to be playing every single game. We're also not going to be restarting any of these games once we're underway, with the exception of when we pick the kits and you can't tell them apart on the field, which happens every now and then. But other than that, no restarts. No matter how bad we're getting beat, we're going to play it out to the end. Next rule is no regens or regenerated players. Sometimes they're hard to spot, so if we pick one up accidentally, it happens, but we're not going to seek any out. All Youth Academy players will be newborn, for lack of a better term, and we are going to use some youth players, but we're going to try to avoid regens if possible. Speaking of the Youth Academy, there's the old trick of saving right before you're about to get a new batch of Youth Academy players or a new update from your scout. And if you don't like what you get, you back out and you try it again. We're not going to pull that trick. It makes the Youth Academy far too powerful. Of course, nothing is more powerful than the financial takeover option you can get from the store. And that's just no fun. It is really that simple. Getting all that free money out of nowhere is unrealistic and it's not any fun, so we're not going to do it. The one thing from the store I will take advantage of, though, is the Find Future Star option you can cash in on. I like it because it's not a guarantee. It's still a bit of a crapshoot as to if you really get a star. But it can be a powerful tool, so I'm going to limit it to one a year, even if I can afford more. But I don't mind it as an option. Now you see this last rule on the screen. This one is really what it's all about for this particular career. This is going to be a total rebuild. So in order to do that, we're going to use all young players at the start, and I have the max age for the first year set at 22 years old, but frankly, only a couple of carryovers from the real Bradford City are even going to be close to that. I'm looking for 16, 17, 18, 19-year-old players. Anybody over the age of 22 has to get posted for transfer or traded away, and that goes even for the preseason games. I've made a rule I'm not even allowed to use any of those players. So I have to make enough transfers before even my first preseason game in order to be able to fill an 11-man roster plus a couple of subs with players 22 years or younger. So that's going to be one of my first challenges. What I'm looking for with the makeup of this team is not just young players, not just any young players, but I'm looking for ones with enough growth potential that they are young enough, their overall current rating is low enough that I can afford to get them with a very limited budget, but that their growth potential is high enough that I can still use them and they can still be usable pieces once I'm a Premier League team. And my barometer for that is generally a potential rating of at least 80. So the goal, once I start assembling this roster, is not an easy one, because I need players who are cheap, which means their current rating is probably going to be somewhere in the low 60s, but then they need enough growth potential to get up into the 80s. So that's tough to find players like that who have that characteristic but are also willing to relocate or haven't just joined their team. So that's going to be the challenge I face moving forward. So that about wraps it up for episode 1 of Total FIFA Career Mode, Road Back to the Premier League. We're going to try to post a new episode every Friday to keep you up to date on this career, but in between there's going to be tons of content on Twitter and Instagram, so don't forget to follow. On Twitter it's Total FIFA CM, and on Instagram it's Total FIFA Career Mode. Also, don't forget you can check daily updates on the website, www.totalfifacareermode.com, and don't forget to subscribe down below. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again next week.